Namaste programs and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Again, we have another viewer request, same viewer from John. He has spent some time in the past in Interlaken, Switzerland and Murren. I've never seen those places myself, so gonna have a good time looking at that. Interlaken has an airport, so we'll be taking off from there. There's a couple of lakes we'll have a nice zoom around the lakes and then we'll head down through the mountains to Murren and see how we go. So let's go.
Lima Sierra Mike India traffic Chas Rover Zulu Alpha 11 taking off runway 23 departure to the south.
Alright, look at this. It's all snowy. It is live. It's the 4th of March 2021. It's 2:34 p.m. in this part of the world. So let's get going and see what we can see around here. Look at this. I love the mountains. I've spent some times in the French Alps and I've been to Switzerland. I've been to Geneva a couple of times and Chamonix in France at the base of Mont Blanc. Get our wheels up, our flaps up, and I think we'll first head off to the left hand side lake, which I can see on my Google Maps is called Thunersee, perhaps? Thunersee? Anyway, let's have a look at the little town here. It is obviously a ski resort. Well, not obviously, I would imagine it is. A winter resort. So we're visiting it at the right time, although I imagine it's closed right now. All the ski resorts in Europe, I believe, at least in France they are, have been shut down due to COVID. Anyway, quite a nice, beautiful little town here. Let's head over to the lakes. We're gonna do a loop of each lake, see what we can see if there's little... here's the main part of the town. I love these mountain towns, I really do. They're spectacular. Alright, well we'll be coming back this way once we've done a loop of the lake. Alright, I think we can level off now. There we go. So I don't know whether these lakes freeze over. I imagine they do. I don't know for sure. They look frozen over here, but that might just be the algorithm doing that. Maybe they freeze over a little bit less than they used to, given how warm things are these days. Yep, so the algorithm thinks all this is frozen over, but then over at the back corner there, it's not frozen over, so hey. Got little lakeside resorts there, I guess, hotels maybe. Look at that. So we're all frozen up here, and then over there it looks like it's a spring day. Which, of course, technically, I guess, now that we're in March, it is a spring day. Another little town here. There's a bunch of little towns according to the map, so all along this lake. Look at that view. Beautiful. So see, we're not too far from Geneva and also Chamonix, although I say Chamonix because that's how the locals say it, even though the rest of France drops the X, as per French convention. Just head a little bit further down this way. Have a look at these little towns. Head back the other way. It is a large lake. They both are. There's two lakes, one on each side of the town, it seems. We might turn back at the join there between the fresh water and the frozen water. There's probably further stuff. I think there might be another town at the end of the lake there, but the main draw here is Interlaken, so let's head back. Let's head back. We see what this valley with the lake looks like. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Is that another little town there? Possibly. Look at these mountains, wow. Some weird algorithmic alien triangles going on the side of the hill there. That more houses and things up there. Little don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Alright, back into Interlaken. We'll have a quick squiz at what all this is. It does look like little houses. But, you know, the algorithm done that on purpose. That's a weird spot to live. You're not quite on the lake, you're not quite on the mountain. Oh, I see. It's not, it's just, it's rendered in some buildings on the side of the hill there. Well, I doubt that's how it is in real life, but, you know, hey, if it is, those would be awesome places to visit. Stuck in the side of the mountain like that. Okay, back to the old Interlaken. Let's have a look at it. Beautiful little alpine town. Slash city, perhaps even. Huge mountain off in the distance there. Obviously not the largest mountain. The largest one's over there somewhere, probably out of sight. That's Mont Blanc. It's not far. I did read that Murren, or Murren, however you pronounce it, where we're headed, does have views of Mont Blanc, so we might catch a glimpse of it. I have visited there, I believe, on the channel. One of the videos I did, it might have just been a highlights one, had a bit of Mont Blanc action. Hello, Interlaken. Very typical of the region. Reminds me quite a bit of Chamonix, which looks quite similar. Slightly thinner valley for Chamonix, no lake. Bordered by two gigantic mountains. These are pretty big, but yeah. But yeah, the building style, this Alpine, Swiss, French, things are very distinctive. We've got a building of some sort there. I wonder what that is. Stadium of some sort, maybe. I wonder if Interlaken was an Olympic place. I don't know. I know the name, but I don't know why I know the name. And there's another lake there. Alright, well, I think we can now start heading towards Murren. I think there's less around that lake than the other one, so we're getting the full look of the lake from here. We will try and weave our way through the mountains to Murren, which is basically directly south from Interlaken. But as you can see, there are a couple of mountains in the way, so we might have to sneak our way through. We shall see. Look at the mountains there in the clouds. Spectacular. Absolutely marvelous. Let's see here. There's basically a river, although it's probably just frozen right now, but a river that's going through here. I mean, obviously that's why there is a valley, but that river, I'm not sure if it'll take me quite to Murren, but it is sort of heading in the right direction for the time being. I know this is the direction we want, basically this way, but I am going to sneak around the mountain though, rather than fly over the top of it. Just for, you know, spectacular reasons. Much taller mountains over there. That one there in front of us. Gigantique. Back at the airport. Oh no. Oh, the airport's behind us. This is another little town. Hello, little town. Okay, through the valley here. More little towns along the river. Look at this view. It's just magnificent. Yeah, I wouldn't mind living in the mountains, although I'm not sure. I mean, I do like cold more than I like hot, but I guess it stays cold up here a lot longer. I like cold in small doses. I realised that when I lived in Melbourne for a while, having lived in Sydney most of my life. I love Sydney winters. Okay, it gets a little bit cold, not very cold. It gets a tiny bit colder in Melbourne, but it lasts a lot longer. You know, in Sydney you might have like 1 month of really cold and a couple of months of not very warm. Whereas in Melbourne it'd be like, yeah, 6 months of the year it's just still cold. Like, I've had enough. I want some fucking warmth. Anyway, that's not Interlaken or Murren, that's Melbourne and Sydney, but I mean, yeah, same thing up here. It's currently winter where I am on the Mediterranean, and yeah, it has not been particularly cold. It's already warming back up. Whereas, of course, up here in whatever town this is, it's going to be freezing bloody cold for a long time. You get used to it, I suppose. Okay, we're basically heading there, so it's sort of behind this hill here, I think. Well, that's at least where I put the custom marker, which Google gave me the longitude and latitude for Murren. It's not along this river though. It might be basically on this river. I wonder if it's a hillside over. Oh, we've got some more crazy algorithmic buildings in the side of the mountain here. That is not how... God, I wish that's how buildings worked. Can you imagine? Just having a penthouse view from one of those. From one of those. That's crazy. So actually my marker was just slightly to the right of us here, so I don't know whether this is Murren up on top of the hill here, or that's it down there, or what, really? I do know that the Google told me that there's some kind of revolving restaurant that was in a Bond film, so it might be up here. This must be it here. This is exactly where the marker was. Hello, Murren. I assume you are also a ski resort. In fact, yes, it did tell me that because there's cable cars and things that go to the top of the mountain. I wonder if we can see any of that. Oh yeah, look up there. That's probably a cable car exit thing right at the top there. Can we really see Mont Blanc? If we can, it must be over there somewhere. Let's see if we can gain some height here. Put a flap down and try and get to this cable car thing up here. And I wonder if this is recognizable from any of the Bond films. Didn't actually say which Bond film it was, but you know, and to say one of them was set in the Alps. Yeah, there was a bunch of them. We're gonna have to loop around a bit. We haven't got enough vertical speed here. And in fact, we're gonna actually only just make it over here. My controller is complaining. Alright, there we go. That'll do. Gonna grab some speed. Well, let's just, you know, zoom down the mountain as if we're skiing. And then we'll continue to gain some height. More little houses there. More houses down here. I assume this is a ski run. These houses and things are probably places to eat. I don't know. Look at these mountains though. Wow. Just wow. They're so imposing, you know. One thing I love about Chamonix is that, you know, there's 2 kilometre tall mountains, you know, multiple kilometre tall mountains. I think Chamonix is at 1,000 kilometres height, you know, and Mont Blanc's 6k, and the one on the other side of it's, I think, 5k. So you're just looking straight up at this wall of rock, just like this here is just huge. And what are we? We're at 7,000 feet. So that's what, 2 kilometres? We're not even that high. Well, we're still not going to make it up here. This plane maybe doesn't like going this high. I'm not sure. This might be the restaurant that was mentioned on the Google thing that was featured in the Bond movie. We'll see. We'll see. Let's pick up a bit of speed. We're not going to quite make it to its level, but we're going to be able to fly quite near it. No skiers? Where are the skiers at? Oh well, yeah, lockdown, of course. That's the algorithm's excuse. Yeah, that's not quite what it must look like in real life, but yeah, that looks to me like a cable car, whatever you call it, station, with a ski run right next to it. Alright, well, there you go. That's Murren and Interlaken. Just going to have a quick pan around. My plane is covered in ice. Oh no, we're totally frozen. We're totally frozen. That's fantastic. Look at that. Don't you love it? My plane is totally frozen. Oh well. Look at it. Look at it. That's fantastic. He's all cold. Oh, he needs a rug and a heater. Poor little plane. Well, I'm actually going way too fast. I'm surprised it hasn't actually broken the plane. But let's just float down into the valley here. Say hello to Murren again. Murren. Again, I don't know how you say these things in the local way of saying it. And yeah, I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed that. John especially. Let me know again if I've missed anything, if this isn't Murren or something. You know, I'm going by coordinates and whatnot. The game itself doesn't really have any useful ways of finding things, if there isn't an airport directly there. So, you know, searching for Murren doesn't actually do anything. So yeah, let me know. Thank you for watching. Au revoir. Goodbye.